And I'm checking if there's anything new popping this morning. AUVI, SONN, and BJDX. Maybe Jan. Tracing range. But possibly it could make a run to test 5 and then break out from 5. Yeah. So we'll keep it on watch. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, good morning, everybody. Oil just after pulling back from about 122 bucks and a half all night. Oil dropped to 121, and it is now bounced to 121.5. Sort of feels like it's breaking down a little bit, tiny bit, for the day, intraday. So oil might be bearish today, slightly intraday. That could change on a dime. Certainly the markets are going to range today and be probably the lowest volume that they've been. Let's take a look at how they ended up yesterday, volume-wise, because we were predicting that it would be the lowest volume. Yep, that was correct. Yesterday, very low volume and lower than 50% average. It was 54% lower than average. And today is probably going to be lower than that. So it's probably going to be a slow day today on the market. The Qs, SPY, the Dow, all, let me double check here. Yeah, all putting in very low average days and hanging out right in the middle of this range that we've been in for about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 8 days now. Literally just staying right in this range, just hinged on the numbers that come tomorrow. Let me double check when those numbers come. Tomorrow those numbers will come at 8:30 a.m. Sometimes these numbers are not correct as far as the time zone is not correct on here. So I believe they're going to come at 8:30, but that could be 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, it won't let me. There we go. Let's see. That doesn't tell me that. But anyway, tomorrow morning. So tomorrow's market day, will suddenly cut free of all this tight tension and waiting that's been going on for the last 8 days, and today will be the 9th. And we'll know whether or not the market's going to rally on inflation numbers that are better than expected, which will be lower, or it will drop. The market will drop and descend into a further abyss if the numbers are worse than expected. Although the White House apparently tweeted something yesterday about possibly the inflation numbers are going to be worse than expected. I don't know what manipulation that is. The numbers come out tomorrow. You're not supposed to release data before then. I don't know what speculation that is. But inflation takes a long time. It's an economic factor. It takes a long time to curb. It's very lagging. It can be 6 months to 12 months lagging. This is why the Fed made such a horrible mistake not raising rates when I said would be the right time, which was October. I guess they didn't hear me. October of last year. But yeah, the point was, though, that was the right time to start raising rates, and they lagged by half a year. So they really dropped the ball, made a big mistake there. And now it's much harder to get it under control. Add to that the rate hikes and the fact that the Fed is selling back assets into the market, and you just have nowhere to go for money. And so everyone's just scrambling to just preserve their cash somehow. I do believe gold is probably going to come under pressure to pop soon, if indeed if inflation is either in line or worse than expected tomorrow morning. So today, though, the markets, don't expect any of these moves to mean anything today. The market is going to try and make moves. It's going to try and trap weak players, and it's going to try and gobble up your shares at better prices, whether on the short side or the long side. So it's going to put you through some hell today, but only in a minor way. It's going to be light volume, and it's just a whiplash day. Your best bet is to not expect anything to take direction, and therefore to qualify as a trade. It really shouldn't be anything qualifying as a trade today, except for some of these momentum movers for a day trade. So we're watching SONN, BJDX, and AUVI for any potential momentum moves on the market. Apple and Tesla both uniquely positioned to break trend line either today or tomorrow to the upside. They're just pressed right up against that trend line. If Apple stays and just does a doji today, and same with Tesla and the general market, it seems like it's signaling, man, I am right here. It looks like all the factors are in my favor. If you just give me that green signal, I'm going to run. So, I think that in line or better than expectation CPI numbers tomorrow morning could send stocks that are right at the precipice of breaking right on into a 1 month rally, like a 4-week rally, which we could desperately need. But I'm not going to count on that. But it does look like stocks are sort of setting up for that, and they wouldn't do that if the prognosis was dire. So I do think if the numbers are worse than expected, it's going to be a huge surprise, and it's going to crush the market. So bad CPI numbers tomorrow are really going to surprise the market. It's really ratcheted up. It's what's the word? Perched. It's perched right at the edge of a cliff, ready to fly. And but if the numbers are worse than expected, it's going to clip its wings and it's going to jump. Sam, $40 a month. It's about $10 a week. Now I'd love to have you. Come on over. So anyway, the market opens in 1 minute here. 60 seconds. SONN is failing out right before they open, breaking pivots downward. Not the greatest sign of strength at all. I'm going to take that off the high frequency setup, and probably AUVI is, for momentum movers, maybe the strongest of the three. AUVI. Maybe it'll hit $3 and maybe $3.05. Definitely want to be taking large profits, like 20%. Every 5 cents on that if it does present an entry. And I would say the entry on that would be if it could break a shelf at 265, and you'd be looking to have it run to $3 and maybe crack $3. Momentum movers. Oh, Peter Schiff. Yeah, I watched that as well. I wonder if you saw that, because I saw that. I subscribed to his TikTok there. Was it TikTok or Twitter? I forget. So I think Twitter. Okay, let's see which way this market trades. It is likely just to be sideways. Oh, absolutely, Brady. Because number one, it's next to nothing. And so it's not that expensive at all, $7. And then also, you should absolutely learn for months before trading with real money. And you'll learn that in the video lessons. So absolutely, Brady. Let me give you the link. There you go. IMPP, we are in that. That was alerted yesterday. I know I'm in that. Let me take a look at that position and see what's up. Okay, there goes AUVI. It's about to break with 265. There's the break at 265. So that's that shelf cheat entry. And pre-entry before the breakout at 278. Market high 277. And boy, it's just an immediate pullback. Be careful. You certainly want to cut that around 255 if it hits 255. So over to IMPP. It doesn't look like it's moving much today. Hanging out where it opened, where it closed yesterday, slightly up. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I alerted it. I like it. So what were you saying, Mac? You were listening to Peter Schiff yesterday, and he's extremely bullish on gold. Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah, I think that that could definitely happen. In fact, I'll take a look at the gold chart in just a second after I finish reading your comment. In the next 2 months, he had some oil versus gold chart pulled up saying it was closer than ever, and that his signal that gold is about to go flying. Yeah. That's very interesting. There you go. AUVI, you've got to exit it. It broke down. JAN popping, JAN popping to 4.6, definitely up above WAP, and that's a pre-entry for day traders. We're looking for it to break 490, and then maybe it'll pop $5. JAN, JAN. If it doesn't work, remember, defend your line, get out. Hey, what are you doing, dog? You stretching? You want to say hello to everybody this morning? Want to say hello? Say hello. You hardly see a black pug, Hello. You don't smell so much today, but I still probably should give you a bath. The thing, it sounds like a pig. I'm holding a pig. I mean, these things, I don't know why they call them pugs, because they definitely act like pigs. They have a what do you call it, a coily tail and everything. All right, you can go hang out. You can go lay on the floor there. No, I can't take you right now for a walk. There's no way. All right, the market is pulling back a little bit at the open. Rates did open up higher, 3.07%, but they're pulling back to 3.03% right now. So that's good for growth, but nothing's really going to snap and take shape until we get actual numbers tomorrow on CPI. Yeah. Oh, SONN dumping. Yeah. Yeah, it's down to 31 cents now. It looks like I got to cut Halliburton, just because it's pulling back pretty hard at the open here. But it is indicating upward on the day, so I'll let that sit and gestate. It just gapped open. Tesla and Apple, very curiously sitting right at their trendline break level. and they may grind up and pop that today, but I still don't know if I would just get a pre-entry before the numbers tomorrow or not on that. That's just gambling. That's too much guessing. That's just total uncertainty. You're much better off waiting for the move tomorrow. AUVI crapping out. Make sure you were out at 255 like we were talking about. The momentum mover is not happening. The market is has found bottom and is bouncing off the bottom right now, but again, it's just going to be a tight little doji day, I do believe. So you know what to expect today already. Going in a low volume doji day, waiting for tomorrow morning. You know whether or not you can just check all your positions at the open here and then spend the rest of the day doing errands or going to the beach, enjoying your day. Tomorrow is going to be an important trading day. Yeah, nothing really major going on IMPP yet. All right, I'm going to drop my puts on IMPP because it is doing okay. Time to drop those puts. I had some protective puts on there. Right, I got a good exit on those puts, thank goodness. Every day is an important trading day. I like you. So yeah, IMPP actually running a little bit, slightly. Doing good. It's green. BLTE IPO continuing to progress back to its open. And how about XPON? What is it doing in the open market this morning? XPON, you can get it for about 357 at the moment. Wow, at the open you could have got it for 344. That would have been great. I'm going to go ahead. I have very little money left free. I have very little money free right now. So I'm just going to start to nibble though at XPON here. Nope, I can't get that many shares. There we go. I'll build up a position on the XPON, but I will XPON, but I will exit if it gets down to about 325. I'm gonna put an alert there. All right, and see the market already topped out, bounced back, starting to trade back again, and that's a really tight doji at the moment. Of course, we're only 10 minutes into the open, but it is a little bit of an indication as to what we can expect today. Back and forth. Things are looking red this morning. Compared to yesterday, yeah, but we're still just within this range. Looking back on Apple, Yeah, it just sort of, it's pulling back just ever so slightly today to sort of just tuck itself under the trend line. Same thing with Tesla. Nobody wants to make a full-on commitment. Also, FANG, let's take a look at that. Okay, so FANG not breaking out today. Setting up for a breakout tomorrow. And HAL pulled back. PFHC sitting just above yesterday's closed. Oil right in the middle of yesterday's range. Commodities pulled back. A little bit of a topping sign on commodities, which is interesting moving into inflation numbers tomorrow. Of course, that report will lag. Somebody wants me to look at VTNR. Vertex Energy. Like it's kind of rebasing base on base right now, VTNR. So got to wait for it to play out a little bit, a few more days. What's your name? R. Lewis? Yes and no. I have started up my own trading group at this point. Dream Mosaic says passive income is stealing from real workers. The stock market is fake. It's all collapsing soon. The entire thing. So we're talking about a real Marxist here, I think. I don't know for sure, but it seems definitely anti-capitalist. All right. Well, thank you for your opinion. Yes, sorry, Lewis. AUVI did the thing. All right. Who got in? I love that. AUVI did the thing. Who's in AUVI? AUVI? Great, Gary. Good job. And RJ, of course, was watching it and alerted it to us just now that it popped. It hit 292, 294, and the entry was something like 265. That might have changed after it sort of faked down a little bit, or maybe you did get that 265 entry. Let me take a look at the 15-second chart here. Oh yeah, it's a good entry, right? 265. No, it came back down and recracked 270. Was that your entry, RJ? 270 or get in at 256? 270 exactly. RJ got in at the 270, which was the high of day break. And I assume you've been selling it every 5 cents, except maybe it even got a little bit away from you and all the way up to 285 before you got to chuck out some profits. But yeah, I would recommend selling every 5 cents from here, and a decent chunk, 10 or 20%, because we're sitting right at that $3 level, and you never know what's going to happen on a bullshit day like today. It's not worth it. I'd rather be 60% out by the time we break through 3. That's just me. I don't care, And then it hits 305, 20% out. Now I'm 80% out, 310, 100% out, and then just let it do its thing, and then you can always get back in. How's your account, RJ? Are you building it up? I mean, you just can't trade properly, without 25K in there. But I understand money is money. The OMGA is doing pretty good. I'm going to have to cut ARCO. That is going against me here. Bye-bye, ARCO. IMPP is hanging in there. And I'm also going to have to probably get rid of QTT. Yeah, it's moving up since the open, so I'll just wait that out. All right, HAL is breaking down. Time to get out of HAL. Exactly at my stop, my 1% up. Figured I was getting stopped out of HAL. XLE is dropping. We have everything. Actually, staples are not dropping. So today's not a broad sell-off in any respect, but there is some rotation to defensive going on. Consumer staples. Tech, discretionary, communications, obviously all down. Utilities popping up a little bit, just like staples. Those are the strongest sectors right now. Financials really dropping, but rates are at 3.02%, and they're doing okay. They're holding. The market, low volume, and for the most part, staying negative and red. You got to go pull an engine out of the car. All right. Thank you. Check out UEC. Would you buy now or wait? Probably wait. Oh, it's an energy stock. Hang on. Uranium Energy. Not profitable. And they have terrible margins. And they do not have revenue growth. I mean, I can't say anything good about it. But as a trade on a technical level, it does look like it's oscillating around this ascending channel. And then what might have been better to get in around $3.70 and then sell around $5.50. There you go. Should you keep shorting FCell? Well, I think earnings are coming out. Or what did they do? They just came out today. Yeah, I don't know if that's a high quality short. A steady build. Good. Gotten a lot better. And not over trading. Good. Being judicious. Being judicious. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna be judicious. Oh, see, there's QTT kind of popping now. Check on these things. Coal's hitting some level that I have previously put. There's a little bit of a shelf breakout. Yeah, I have a hard time alerting anything. I mean, telling you guys to get in anything today. With CPI numbers tomorrow and 9 days of market waiting for it. Like you think, like 9 days. The market's been waiting 9 days to move where it thinks it wants to move. 9 days. It's just been sitting there. The numbers tomorrow are going to move it 9 days. Have the potential to move the market 9 days in the morning. You understand? That it's not necessarily a good day to be holding, to be getting into anything, unless it's a very clear signal. Also, by the end of the day here, you might want to try to neutralize your portfolio either by getting out of things or by hedging them. Tomorrow's numbers. That will happen. You'll probably see the VIX rise today as people probably hedge their positive deltas. So you do need to do beta weighted delta calculation on all of your holdings before the end of the day. You can learn how to do that in my Market Mastery. There's a whole class on that. You know, you can go in there and learn that before the end of the day, and make sure you grab some protection going into tomorrow. Yeah, but it's not. It's nothing. You know, the market's moving $2 up and down. It's chop. Holy spy chop. Yeah. AMD is running. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Tesla, quite, and Apple, and AMD. Let's see. I know that's definitely not getting to a signal level. And how about NVIDIA? Micron, and SONN, and ASO. What is it? ASOL? No. AOSL. And I'm missing one. Intel. Oof, not doing good at all. Yeah, nothing in the semiconductors is triggering right now. Don't do it. Stay away. Somebody was asking about Amazon. Amazon's in the same situation, you know. Amazon's not doing much on its own. It's just been following the market. Possible that Amazon may be basing in a stage 1 situation there, but not if the market destroys it. So, you know, we'll see what inflation does to it tomorrow. Okay, and now oil is moving back up after dropping to 121. It's moving back up to 122. The whole day is going to be like this, just a micro ping pong. There's nothing to really get in. Nothing's really going anywhere. Tomorrow's the big day. So AUVI hit 312. Check out the daily chart on that. Okay, yeah. So that pretty much so far has played out how I illustrated it for you. Maybe even a little bit better than I illustrated it. So that means possibly it's a little bit hotter than average, and you could reduce your exits from a 20% exits to maybe 10% exits. You can maybe buy back into a re-breakout or a pre-breakout because it seems to be doing better than expected. Yeah, that's the stock of the day at the moment. That's the one you're going to hear about. You know, that's the one that Ross Cameron's going to be talking about. He traded. That's going to be the one that Matt Az is going to have lost $10,000 on. And that's the one that we made money on. So, RJ, are you all out and waiting for reentry, or where are you at? Do you still have position and you're laddering out, exiting? About 15% left. Absolutely perfect. It's exactly how I would have played it myself. Well done. And so overall, so I think RJ said he got in at 270, and then it popped all the way up to 326. So max gain on that max move was 21%. And so with all the averaging out, maybe he got half that, 11% in gains. And then on his portfolio, I don't know what his size was, but if it was a 1% risk, 20 cents, and he made 2.5 R, I think. Highest fill was 224. How much R is your portfolio up because of that trade? Just about 2.2 R. There you go. RJ, the model trader, using all the rules correctly. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Oh, XLP is doing well. Yesterday I got into a couple of defensives, consumer staples. One of them being Ulta. Let me take a look at how is Ulta doing today. Yeah, it's doing okay. Still at the kind of precipice of a pre-breakout. Everything's just sitting right there, just perched right at the precipice. I gotta look up the word precipice. I don't think it means what you think it means. Okay. A very steep rock face or cliff, especially a tall one. We're at the edge of a precipice. Is that a saying? The edge of a precipice. On the edge of a precipice, very close to a bad or dangerous situation. The company is now on the edge of a precipice. Okay, good. It does mean what I think it means. I'm going to be 80 with, Alzheimer's, and I'm going to be like, using all this advanced language and having no idea what I'm talking about. It's going to be wonderful. I hope to see you there. Not. I remember my stepdad, which is my dad, basically, said that, life goes by really fast. I remember him saying that to me when I was like 8 or 9. And so I just, maximized every day. And here I am at 46. And I don't like that I'm 46, and that life is half over. But at least from an adult point of view, age of 20, roughly, it's not half over. It's only 1/3 over, if you think of it that way. But in any event, it's been going real slow for me, and that's probably because I think it's going fast. If you don't think about it, it probably will go fast for you. But if you do think about it and you're maximizing every day, that's the best you can do. Live with no regrets. It depends on what you're going to regret. when you're 80, are you going to regret that you didn't sit in a hammock your whole life, or are you going to regret that you didn't, build an empire? Just different people, different strokes, different folks. One thing I thought of the other day is that it's not really important for you to make an impact on the world, even if that's what you want to do. That's actually not important. It's not important for you to impact the world. It's important for you to change the world. It's far more important for you to change the world than impact it. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is how you change the world. And in that sense, you got to bring something original to the table. You can't just be doing your daily routine for your whole life and then it's over. Really want to put your life to purpose? Well, there are those who hold up society, and then there are those who build society, or advance society. Figure out which one you are and enjoy your life properly. Maximize that. Get your result. And it's not about impact, I'm telling you. It's not about doing necessarily. It's not the accomplishment. It's not the impact. It's about adding an ingredient that wasn't there before. Putting something new on the table into the knowledge base so that it can be platformed on. You don't have to be the guy that takes your idea to the infinite, a final extreme of where it could go. But what you do need to do is make sure that your idea gets expressed. So Max says, I'm going to regret not getting into DWAC when it went to the moon because I kept thinking it was done. Yeah. That's why we show up to the market every day. We never know when we're going to have a DWAC, a Kodak, blah, blah, blah. It looks like AUVI went all the way to 3.3. You still lose sleep on that. Yeah. Well, the things you regret are the things you need to correct, so that they don't happen again. The things you need to get wiser about. That's a better way to put it. The things you regret are the things you need to get wiser about. And that's distilling it down to what you need to do in the future. So in other words, if you want to have the results of showing up to the market every day, you have to show up to the market every day. If you aren't going to show up to the market every day, you're going to miss opportunities, because there's just no way you're going to get lucky in the long run and randomly select the good days only. IMPP holding solid. Yeah, I do believe so, right? Let's see. I might need to drop SIM, SYM. Yeah, I'm going to drop SIM from yesterday. Aloe. All right, let's see. Allogene Therapeutics, bottom reversal after earnings. That's a good sign. Now's not the time to get in. Let it pull back and then maybe get in after it's pulled back. LICY. That looks awful. Terrible. Away from that. UTT popping more. I think IMPP is doing better than holding. Let me see here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's at yesterday's high and likely to pop and run here. I'm up 13% on that position. It's a very good entry yesterday. Now that's the thing is, when you get to be a very good stock picker and trader, the FOMO goes away like 90% goes away because now you know how to see things that are gonna have the potential to happen, and then you get in them, and then they happen, and you look like an evil genius. But you know, you never know if they're going to happen or not, for sure. But there still is a degree of FOMO, even when getting in to something that's setting up, because there are others that notice that, and so then you start, you know, when price can start to get chased up. But the good news is that, you know, you've got so much padding to the upside, so much reward potential, that you're before the move's really starting up. So it's getting away from you, and you get the FOMO is more like, you know, FOMOing on your performance, you know, making sure that you, do well your entry. Now FOMO, that's like a whole nother camp. The FOMO is very high in those who, uh, are waiting for things to do something great, and then they get in. You already missed it. But nobody should be getting anything after it breaks out. Ideally, you can get in before that. You just have to learn how to be watching these before they get to that point. Other than penny stock trading, of course. My QTT is still making a move up. I'm up 7% on that. And IMPP, I'm now up 16%. Where was I before? I think 12 or 13. Yeah. So it has popped up and above 90 cents now. IMPP now moving on the day, becoming somewhat of a day trade. This is, I think, a penny stock alert from today. Oh, way to go, Mad Dog Steve, with your UNG gain yesterday. That's a really volatile one. Oh, HUSA, which I'm not in, but maybe some of you are. It was definitely alerted. It is also back up to about $8 right now. How do I feel about Metaverse long term? And you're talking about Meta, you're talking about Facebook. I don't need to feel anything, number one. I can just look at the fundamentals and see where things going. And then number two, I can look at the charts and see where that's going on. Both of them are going down. So I'll get back to you in about half a year on that one. That's how I feel about that. Certainly don't feel any kind of anxiety about having to try and get in at some guessed number. No, I'll definitely let it do its thing first. Probably Meta is going to do fantastic, but it's going to have to wait until the bull market has started, which maybe will be after potentially good numbers posted for Christmas. So maybe February, March of next year. The Q's still just ranging This is the tightest range day so far, and probably will be the lowest volume. Although there might be some more anticipation and people getting in things in anticipation of numbers tomorrow. Buy, same thing, tightest range of the last 9 days. Industrials, same thing, tightest range, below average volume. Fugazi, it's a nothing day today. Tomorrow is where it's going to be all at. Although we do have IMPP moving, and we made some money on AUVI. Are you back in that, RJ? Did you take a little scalp? There was one where you would take it. Let me see. AUVI. Yeah, there wasn't really one. You know, maybe you got the rebreak at 326, or maybe you took that as a shelf cheat at 316. Yeah, break even. You probably had to cut that for a loss. You're probably still at 2.2R, I'm thinking. Just to be able to make money there is not really there. That trade could build up again, so keep an eye on it. And there goes IMPP almost to $1 now. Where am I up on that? 21%. That's starting to get to the point where people take profits at 20%. Might meet some resistance around here. And I'd be happy to just cut it to free ride. Once it looks like it's topping out. So far it doesn't. Just a straight line. So somebody asked, what program do I use to track stocks? I mean, that's always evolving, but I've used Thinkorswim for the last since it was created, 23, 24 years. And TradingView, though, lately, I've been trying to get TradingView to be, where I live the most with stocks. Although TradingView's intraday charts really, really suck compared to Thinkorswim. So, but between the two of those, that's where I live the most. Also do a little bit of research on TrendSpider, and which is a somewhat new app. It's also good, and I have accounts everywhere. Fidelity, Webull. Look, I have stocks in Cash App. I even have stocks in, what's that one? Oh shit, I can't think. Stockpile. If it's an app, if it can hold stocks, I've got it. I've got an account there. I've got a little bit of money there, and I've got positions in it. TradeStation, E-Trade, yeah, you name it. I've got accounts everywhere. Well, you're welcome, Ryan. But I additionally suggest that you take my market mastery. You'll learn a lot more. It'll be this, but all learning. There's the link. I don't know if it posted it for you, if TikTok's being a bitch, a communist bitch or not, but there's the link. I just posted it in my live. You cut 3/4 of IMPP. Yeah, it's getting close to a resistance level up there. Okay, guys. I'll see you back in the trading group. That's our morning session. Stay on AUVI. Jan is flat top wedging. That could break out. Jan, Jan. It's happening right now. In fact, there it goes. Starting to happen. Of course, keep an eye on the alert channels. Thanks again. And tomorrow morning is going to be very interesting. Tomorrow is going to be an Olympic day on the market. Be ready for it. All right. Bye, guys. See you in the group. See you at the party, Richter.